welcome back to Tell Me Something Good. I'm your host, Jackie.
And I'm your host, Shelly. And today we're just going to get into the topic of it's okay not to be okay.
Yes.
So tell me something good, Jackie.
Something good is that I'm past the halfway point of my pregnancy. So we only have 4 months left.
How many weeks?
23 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So we're 23 weeks, and God willing, if I make it to 40, I have 17 weeks left. And I feel like time's just been flying by. But they say the last few months is when you're like, all right, when is this baby going to come out? But I have been enjoying my pregnancy so much. And I don't know, I just feel like I love it. Like,
you were saying how you don't have morning sickness. I'm like, how? I had it the whole time I was pregnant.
Nothing. No morning sickness. I've got like evening sickness twice or 3 times. But it was because I overate. And my stomach was like, girl, can't fit nothing in this belly. So I threw up, but it was only because I knew I wasn't hungry, but I kept, Johnny was eating something. I'm like, let me have some of that. But I didn't need to eat it. But yeah, I've officially gained 12 pounds.
That's not bad.
12, and I'm 23 weeks. But I feel like I'm going to gain about 40. But I don't know. Who knows?
Do you know what size the baby is?
He was 13 ounces last time.
13 ounces?
13 ounces? Is that right? I don't know.
Yeah. It's bigger than
oh my gosh. I got to tell you what I said yesterday. So the app says the baby's the size of a squash. Okay. My dumb self in front of people, I said, yeah. They're like, how big is your baby? I'm like, I saw that he's the size of Sasquatch. And they're like, Sasquatch? I'm like,
that's that big monster.
It's freaking like Bigfoot. Yeah. And I said this in front of so many people. I was like, yeah, in front of like 4 people, but I was like, yeah, he's the size of Sasquatch, right? Like a Sasquatch. And they're like, what is a Sasquatch? I was like, they're like, you mean squash? But yeah, my son is not the size of Sasquatch. He's the size of a squash. Okay, a little squash. Aww. But he's been kicking me. I feel him up here or down here. But he's a very active baby, which I love that. And when he doesn't move, I'm like, hello, like, where are you? But even right now, they say up until 27 weeks, they're not really that strong. Like his, you feel more like flutters and stuff. But he's very active, and I love it. Like, I love when he's active. But yeah, that's something good is that I'm over the halfway point, and I've had a good pregnancy.
That's great.
Yes. So you tell me something good.
My something good is just that we haven't filmed like a solo episode in like a month and a half, I think.
Yeah, we haven't.
So, I don't know. I feel like I've been feeling down, but I'm glad I'm here, and we're here to make a new episode.
Yeah, I agree. I love having guests, but I think I also enjoy like when it's just us and we just get to ramble and talk about whatever we're feeling.
Yeah, because I feel like I get really nervous. Like, I don't know if that comes across. Like, when we have a guest, I'm like, I want to make them comfortable, but I feel like also they're probably nervous, but I'm nervous too.
I feel like their nervousness rubs off on me sometimes. Like, I can feel sometimes when they're nervous, and it kind of rubs off on me, so I try to like overcompensate, and I overspeak, and I talk too much. I need to work on that.
I think we need that energy though.
No, I think sometimes like I had to edit the last 2. Like, I edited the last 2, and I was like, Jackie, just shut up. Oh my God. But I think I just try to overcompensate when I think they're nervous by trying to talk too much to make them not feel nervous. But then they're probably like, girl, sometimes it's okay to I think it's normal to feel nervous.
Yeah.
But then I think they were fine. Like, I don't think they were nervous like that. Maybe we would think we were nervous. So then we kind of maybe thought they.
I think it's about us just wanting them to feel comfortable, and I don't know. It's hard to like ask questions but also not make them feel uncomfortable and stuff. So, but I think those episodes were good, and we learned a lot from it.
Yeah, and it was something different that we usually don't do. Mm-hmm. We try to hit like the not so serious topics, and that is a serious topic of having them here, which I was kind of questioning, like, do we want to bring that on here? But I think it's good to have that because it's educational, and those are the types of things that we need to be learning.
Yeah,
that's what we need to be listening to, y'all. Nothing that some brain rot, which we do have brain rot episodes too.
Yeah,
I like listening to those too, though.
Yeah, that is true. But let's get into today's episode.
Okay with not being okay. I don't know if that's something that you've been feeling lately, like not feeling okay. I have those weeks too where I'm just like in my head, and you want people to see you as this like perfect person who doesn't have bad days or doesn't cry, doesn't do, and I think that it's human to have emotions and to cry. Even I've been crying in front of people lately, and my baby's making me a crybaby. I'm sorry, but sometimes it's okay to just let it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I've been crying a lot lately, and I've shared how I'm not a crier, but I've definitely been releasing a lot. And yeah, I think the human experience is just like, when I think about it, I'm like, so crazy. Like, we deal with
oh, Jelly. There's just a lot. It's just a lot. I think this is human, Jelly. It's human to let it out too. Oh, why am I gonna cry? I think it's human to feel like this, and when we're so accustomed to have this persona of everything's okay, everything, but then there's the moments that happen in our life that remind us that shit, we're not okay. Things are not okay. And I think that's the ones that hit the most, when you can't hide it no more. Because for so many things we can mask. We can mask that things financially we're okay. We can mask that you feel okay. But when there's big moments in our life that are happening in Jelly's life right now, or in our life, it's, you can't mask that anymore.
Yeah, I think that's part of social media, is we try to share the good, but everybody has to deal with grief at some time. So yeah.
Oh, Jelly. I don't like seeing you cry. It makes me want to cry, but you have to let it out. Let it out, because I think when you hold it in, you just keep piling on and on and on and on. And the more you just let it out, the more you're like, that's where the healing starts.
Yeah.
The more you cry and the more you talk to somebody about it, that's where the healing is. But everyone heals differently, y'all. Like, some people heal by self-isolating. Like, everybody heals in their own way. But I think healing from grief is just, I don't know.
Yeah.
That one's a hard one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm figuring it out, but I feel like God is there. So that's all we can do. Let's pray about it.
Yeah. God is always here, and it's in these moments that we draw closer to him. We want to be closer to him, but sometimes when things are so good, we drift and we forget like that God is the reason why we're so great. And then we go through something hard and we're like, God, hey, hello, do you remember me? But I think it takes these moments for us to draw closer to him and to just trust him.
Yeah, for sure. And I think too, like, I remember having the conversation with you about how, like, we've been very blessed to have, our parents and everything. And it's just, I don't know. Like, it's going to happen at some point. With, everybody's going to deal with something that's just, really hard. But.
And this episode is just a reminder that however you grieve or however you are healing, or like, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to literally I think it's okay if you're mad, be mad, feel it. I've read this thing that sometimes people like, and this is sad and I don't even want to say this, but I've been mad at God before, and I've told God, like, I'm mad at you, like, why? And then the next day I was like, God, I'm so sorry. I was crying. Like, I'm so sorry for being mad at you. Like, but in that moment, God knows that you're believing. Like, even when you're mad, he's like, hey, but you believe in me. And you know, like, even in those moments where you feel mad and you feel like, why would God do this? heal from. Like, you know, like it.
And it's crazy how we blame God, but it's like he didn't do it. You know,
God is like, sit down, honey. Just relax. Like, have faith in me. And it just, hard times are here to remind us that at the end of the day, the only thing we can rely on is God and his word. But I think when you're going through something, it's hard to remember that.
Yeah. I feel like I gotta catch my breath. I feel like it's still hot.
It's hot in here. It is. I'm not gonna lie. It is really hot in here.
But yeah, remember that it's okay not to be okay. Because, I mean, we do see bad things on social media too. But I feel like most people post the good things. So, yeah, like as humans, I feel like we're all gonna. That's the sad part to me, is that we all experience like heartache in our lives, and it's just, I don't know. I get sad thinking about how the world is right now. Like,
I know. I feel that too.
Like, I'm like, is it gonna get better? I don't know. It's just really sad.
And I get scared too, like with anxiety, with bringing a child into this world where you hear so many things and everything's just, it's not getting better from what we can see, right? And I think that it's almost like you have to create your own reality. Like, you know, you have to just be like, the world might be going to shit, but I'm going to make sure that my world and the world that I'm living in now, make the best out of that. But it's hard though, because you hear all these things and all this hate.
I think that's the thing, is like so much hate.
Which I don't understand. Like, we were meant to love each other. Like, God literally wants, all he wants from us is to love.
I think if everybody did that, like, the world would be so much better.
Yes. And that's all we need to do. Like,
on both sides of everything. Like, if you just showed love and compassion, that's all like, you know, it would fix so much.
It would fix everything, to be honest. But yeah, if you're not feeling okay, or you're just like, oh my gosh, why do people's life look so good and mine, like, everyone's going through, not to, and then this is not to say like to downplay yours or play anybody's, but like, and nothing is as perfect as it seems. That's just what it is, you know. Like, don't compare, feel your own emotions and be in your emotion, like wherever you need to be at that moment. But I think, I don't know, there's a lot of things going on in this world.
Yeah.
But I do think for myself that there's some things that I don't know how I'm going to handle if I don't draw closer to God.
Yeah, same.
Like, I'm like, damn, like, if this is causing me some stress or anxiety, how am I going to feel if something like worse than this happens? Like, if I'm not closer to God.
That's why I don't see how people don't believe in, like, literally it's just a knowing of, like, I feel peace just talking to him, believing in him. Like, we have to believe in something bigger than ourselves to handle things, because if not, then what do you have? Who do you have?
And we cannot handle things on our own.
No.
I will say, like, if you are going through something too, like, it's hard to do it by yourself. And I know sometimes hard, talking to people is so hard. Sometimes all you need is just someone to talk to or pray. Sometimes maybe that one someone is literally just getting on your knees and crying and talking to God. Sometimes you just need that though. You know, like just getting on your knees and just like. But I will say, like, as someone who, for me, like, I feel like people think I'm always positive and sometimes I'm not. And like, I was at the office not too long ago and I did break down and crying, and that's not me. That is not who I am. But sometimes you cannot fake it anymore. Yeah. Like, you have to, like, just let it out. And you know what? Like, to me, if someone cries in front of me, I'm like, it brings you closer because you understand, like, we're all human.
That is true.
I know, and I was like, I'm gonna cry. What's happening? And then Cece was like, no, don't do it. I'm like, it's coming. And then I started crying. And then, but you know, like, and then like sometimes you need that reassurance from, even if they don't have nothing to say, just quietness and just like, you know what? I feel better now.
Yeah, because I've been at work all week and it's been like, I don't want to be here. And I don't really share my personal life at work, but it was like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I need a bathroom break to go cry. But yeah, I think it does help a lot to release it. And that's something I've learned because there's been times where I've been like, I have not cried in 2 years, like literally. But it does feel a lot better to let it out. So just let it out.
Just let it out. Journal it. Cry it out. Punch something. A punching bag. You know,
I need to go to one of those rage houses or something.
I saw this video of these girls that are rage, like, and in the video they had like music and they look like they're like, we thought we were doing more than that, and it was just them like low key, like not even hitting it that hard, but they're like in the moment you feel like you're slamming, and in the video they just look like they're like barely even hitting it. Yeah, I think everyone needs just some way to just release like their emotions, whether it's journaling, whether it's just literally sitting there and just sitting with your thoughts. We distract ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We all do it. Distract ourselves with work, distract ourselves with other things that are not even that important, but we give it an importance to not feel. Mm-hmm. That's something I've learned with being pregnant, because I can't drink. I can't, like, you know, I distract myself with my phone. I'm not going to lie, but there's times where I'm like, damn, back then I used to like drink, or I take my ashwagandha and be like, what anxiety. And now I've had to just sit through it and be like, okay. And just talk to God, because back then, you know, we're having a bad day. Let's go have a drink.
Yeah.
You know, like we'd be like, okay, like, and it does help in the moment. You know, it's fun. Or we're tired or we're stressed from work. Let's go have a drink. And now it's not that for me.
But we'll see.
No, that's good though.
Yeah, but I feel like, sometimes you're just like, I just want this feeling to stop.
And it will. Yeah. But the more we run from it, the more it'll show up.
True. It takes time. That's what I keep.
It will take time. And I think we want instant results.
Yeah.
In anything. Like, we want instant results. And I want to feel better. Like, I'm like, with anything, we just want to feel good. But it's a human nature to not feel good either. You know, sometimes. It said, you don't need to fix everything right now. You're allowed to have a bad day. Allowing yourself to cry or rest.
Yeah, I feel like I need to rest more too. Because my idea of resting is like laying down, scrolling. And I'm like, my mind's not resting. So I need to, like, me and my sister did Pilates by the pond like last week. And I feel like that helped so much. Just stuff like that, like mental rest, I feel like sometimes is more important than even physical rest. Mm-hmm. Like sleeping or just putting the phone down.
Yeah, because we do look at our phones to distract ourselves, but when you just see all this stuff,
you're not.
Yes, you're not giving a break to your mental state or to yourself. Even for me, like, I'll sit outside and I'll have a book, and I'm like, why do I need to be so distracted? Like, just sit outside without a book. Even a book is to me like a way to distract myself.
Yeah.
And I just sit out there. I look at Kilo in his eyes. He looks at mine, and I'm like. We like have stare contests, but then it's funny though, because sometimes I realize like I'm outside and I don't even look around like there could be a man standing there and I don't even look. I didn't even notice, but then I'll be like, wait a minute, let me look around, and I'll look around my backyard. And I'm like, okay, but the other day I sat outside and I was like, okay, not even my book. I'm not gonna bring anything out there with me, just my water bottle, and I was just sitting there like in the sun and praying out loud. And then Kilo's looking at me and I'm staring at him and I'm like, this is so weird. But he's my dog, you know, like,
yeah.
But I'm like, I wonder what he's thinking, like, when he looks at me. But he looks at me with such, like he just, like, looks at me with, like, love, you know? And I feel sad because sometimes I don't look at him in the eyes. Like,
yeah,
I'll just be so, like,
distracted.
And literally we stared at each other for, like, 3 minutes straight. And I was like, it was so weird. And he, like, would look at me. I look at him and I'm like
that with my cat, too. I feel bad because sometimes my cat's very, like wants to cuddle sometimes and stuff, and I'm not like that. So I'll get annoyed. I'll be like,
you be throwing a toy like go over there.
And I'll like pet her sometimes, or like if I'm cleaning, like she thinks I'm playing, so she'll like try to, and then I'll get mad, but I'm like, no, these are the moments that are like, I don't know, just make everything funny or like,
and they want to be around us. Like, sometimes Kilo, like, I'll be in the kitchen too, like, eating, and I'm like, Kilo, let me eat, like, because he'll be like waiting for me to like give him something, because Johnny always gives him food, and I already told him don't give him food till we're done eating, because then he's gonna keep asking. But I'm like, oh my gosh, he's just so innocent, and so like he's such a protector too. And I think he knows I'm pregnant. Like, I don't know why. Like, he's just so like I don't know. He don't like anyone being around my house no more. Like, he loves our neighbors though, so he's been really good. He's gonna be 4 or 5, and I don't know. It's just like being present and just like like even like talking to him. I'm like, you're gonna have a little brother. Do you know that? How are you gonna be? And he just looks at me and he's just, but I wonder,
he's very like,
he's just like, when I get home, he'll be like waking up. Like, he don't even bark when you come to the house. Like, I guess he recognizes your car now, but he's just, I don't know. It's like those little moments that I'm like, oh, like he's not always gonna be here with me. Oh, I want to cry thinking about that. Like, and I need to like make his life a little bit more fun, because sometimes I'm so busy like with work and that, like I'm like, he's so lonely, and when he's I don't know.
I'm like that with my cat too. Like, we took her outside because she's like an indoor cat, but she loved it. Like, she was rolling in the grass, and I was like, oh, like it made me so sad.
Like, that's like I saw this thing that was like, he's a part of our life, but we are their whole life. Their whole life.
They literally wait for us to come home. Like, everything, just waiting.
And I used to get mad at Kilo because he would like get so mad when I leave the house. Like, he just gets like anxiety when I leave. But I'm like, oh, he just doesn't want me to be away. Like, maybe he doesn't know that I'm never like that I'm coming back, or Oh, I saw this video of a dog. Like, his owner had passed, and the dog was there at the funeral, and he was like not like he was just barking when they were like throwing dirt, and I was like, oh my god, that is like, he was just looking in there and barking, like, and it was a pit bull too. I think it was a pit bull. But even like our animals, like, they're just so innocent and so like, sometimes maybe you just need a little furry pet with you. I've cried to Kilo too, like he just looks at, and I feel like he feels my sadness. Like, when I've cried to him, like, I'll be like, Kilo, I'm sorry you have to see your mommy cry. And I've like cried, not lately, like I haven't cried, but I've like cried to him and like just held on to him. And he's just like I feel like he gets sad.
Yeah, I think they do.
Right.
I remember I had a dog when I was pregnant, and it would like, it didn't do it until I was pregnant. Like, it would lay next to my stomach, like right there. So I'm like, I think they know more than we think.
They do.
They just can't communicate it, but
everywhere, like, even while I'm cooking, like, he used to just stay in the living room. He'll be in the kitchen just there with me It's just, I'm like, boy, get out of my way, because you're gonna trip me, because he's big. Like, to me, he's not as big as other dogs, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like one of these days I did I ever tell that story about I went to the doctor one time because he ran into me?
No.
So this was like a few years back. He gets the zoomies, right? He has a big head. He like had the zoomies, and I was outside, and he ran into my leg. I couldn't walk, and I had to go to urgent care. But they said I was fine. They like stretched my leg. Everything was good. But yeah, sometimes I get scared now because he'll get them, and I'm like, if you knock me down.
I wonder, do dogs have like the stuff to chill them out?
They do, but it don't work. I got him CBD.
I give my cat some and she loves it. Catnip.
What is catnip?
I don't know what it's supposed to do, but it's like if I spray it, I think it has like eucalyptus, different stuff, and like you spray it wherever you want them to be at, kind of.
It's like a high, right, for them.
And like she'll just do rolling and like I don't know. I can tell she loves it.
Does it have some for humans? I need some catnip for me.
I think that's the
weed. No, but I've given him some CBD, but
it don't work.
It don't work on him. I was a Karen yesterday. I gotta tell you.
I think sometimes it's acceptable.
Okay, I gotta tell you, I was a Karen yesterday, and I was not a Karen. Okay, so listen to this. I go to Target, right, to find a dress because I'm going to a birthday party that day. I find the cutest dress. Yellow, it's cute. It was in the clearance section. Mm-hmm. It was my size. And I just imagined my bump's going to look so cute in it. I even got a matching sweater.
Oh, yes. Did you wear it?
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. So I wore it yesterday. So listen to this. So I'm at the register. I have the dress and everything. And I'm paying, and the girl at the register is like, and the dress didn't have a tag. And I had looked for other dresses to see if there was one similar, because I hate going up and not having a tag for something I want. So I looked for another dress exactly like it, couldn't find it. Even when I go to Marshall's, if I find something without a tag, and it's the same color as something or a different color, I'll bring it with me so they don't have to look for it. But there's a lot of things that just don't have tags, right?
Yeah.
So I go to pay, and the girl is like, oh, this doesn't have a tag. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I tried to find one that had a tag. She's like, okay, let me look up the code. She's like, I can't sell this to you. We're not allowed to sell that to you. I'm like, what? Like,
you couldn't look it up?
So she's like, I looked up. It's this item. We don't carry this item anymore, so I can't sell it to you. And I'm like, are you for real right now? But I was just like, what do you mean? Like
you have to sell it.
It's right there. I can steal it. Yeah. Girl, I'll give you $10. Like, I mean, I'll put it right back on the rack then. I will steal it. I'm just kidding. I would not steal. Imagine I go to jail for stealing a freaking dress. So I was like, dang, because I had already spent an hour there. Like 30 minutes to an hour there. I had found my outfit. I had bought the baby girl's birthday gift. And that was my outfit for the day. So I was like, really? Like, and she's like, yeah, I'm sorry. She takes the dress and puts it like in the... And
I want to be like, manager.
No. And that's where I was like, go ask your manager. Yeah. So I go to my car, I pay, and I look it up. I'm like, can Target refuse to sell you something if it's in the store? Like, I had it. And then they're like, no, technically they have to like find... Like, there is a way, you know?
Yeah.
So I go back in the store. Y'all, I wasn't going to do it, but I called Johnny. I called Carla. They're like, dude, what the hell? Go back in there and get that dress. Like, or Carla was like, find something else to wear. So I was like, even if they don't sell it to me, I'm going to have to find something else. So I go to where there's the clearance section, and then there's dressing fitting rooms in the back right there. So I'm like, I asked the girls, I'm like, can I ask y'all something? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I found a dress here like literally like 30 minutes ago. And I'm not complaining. I just want to know, like...
You're not being a Karen.
I felt so bad. If anything, I think I was like more flustered. I was like, and when I went to pay, she told me she couldn't sell it to me because y'all didn't carry that item, but I literally had it. So
yeah,
is that, I'm like, I'm not saying I don't believe her, but there's no way I can buy that dress. And she's like, yeah. The girl's like, we have to honor that you know, like, she's like, she was just like, yeah, that's weird. We just have to look it up and sell it to you, you know? Oh, I even told the girl that was at the register, I was like, so what do y'all do with the clothes that y'all have? She's like, I don't know, but I'm not allowed to sell this to you. And I'm like, you could tell that I was just like bummed out. I'm like, what do you mean? And it was so cute, y'all. So then she's like, I'm going to call the manager over. I'm like, I'm like, okay. So she calls the manager over, and I tell her, I'm like, I don't want to complain. Like, I work customer service too, and I believe her, but is there any way I can buy that dress? Like, and she's like, yeah, come with me. We go to the register with the girl. Y'all, I felt so bad. We go to the register with the girl that I'm like, like see you, like damn, we meet again, girl. You thought I was gonna leave without my dress, but I didn't even want to look her in the eyes. She didn't want to look me in the eyes, and she like, the manager pulls out the dress from where she put it in, and she looks at me. She's like, and I'm like, yes, like, and then she's like, come with me, and so I go with her to like customer service in the front of Target, and she's like, okay, yeah, she sold it to me, and the girl that was at the register, she was just standing there like walking around like watching, and I'm like, girl, I felt so bad. I wanted to be like, girl, I'm sorry, but
I feel like maybe she didn't know, but you find out, you know, like you ask a manager.
Yeah, and I had already been in my car, and I was like, no, even if I don't. And then I was like, watch me not even like the dress on, but I don't care.
Cute.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't care. I'm not gonna take no for an answer. Like if I have it right here, guess how much the dress was?
$20.
Not even. $10.99.
What?
$10.99. The lady like looks.
She probably wanted for herself.
Yeah, I'm like, literally felt so bad. I don't know why, but and then she like rings it up. She's like, $10.99. The manager's like, it's $10.99. Is that okay? I'm like, heck, girl, yes. I would have paid $20. I would have paid $30 for it. And that girl that was at the register, I guess they took her off register, and she was just like walking her. And then I told the manager, I was like, I'm sorry, like I don't want to get her in trouble or anything. Like I just, like I already had it, and I'm like, and the party's today, and I just like I really didn't find anything else. And she's like, she's new, like she didn't know how to do this anyway, so you're good. I'm like, okay, I just don't, the last thing I want is to get her in trouble. Yeah. But I will say, if you don't know, ask a manager. Yeah. Like I think that was the part that triggered me the most. Like she just told me no and didn't even try. And that's the part where I was like, if I would have seen her like ask the manager, and the manager literally told me no, I would have been like, okay, like I understand. But
I think is they're not trained like for those situations, that they learn by it happening.
Yes. And I felt, I'm like, oh, I probably ruined her day. And then I saw her go in the break room with the other employees. And I'm like, I know you're talking about me in there too. Like, I know she's like, this bitch, I told her I couldn't. So she came back. But to me, and this is like, I think about like my parents' restaurant. If someone asks something and you don't know, just ask. Yeah. Like, hey, I don't know. Let me find the answer to this. Or there has to be a way. Like, you can't have something and then not sell it.
Yeah.
Like,
that happened to me a couple months ago with a car battery. I took it messed up, and it was still under warranty, and I took it to Walmart, and the girl was like, I can't, like, because it's supposed to be like a refund, I think a 2-year warranty or 3.
Yeah.
I got the most expensive one because that was the only one they had. It was supposed to last 3 years, and I had it for like a year or something. And she's like, no, like, we can't like give you the money for it. And I was just like, no, like, it's literally, I ChatGPT'd it. I was like,
that was me on Google in my car.
Yeah, because I was like, the battery was like almost $200, and I was like, no, like, and I could tell she was neat too, but I was like, don't just tell me no.
Yeah, like ask somebody. Yeah. Like, and that's the part that makes me angry too. Like, I think that's why I was so angry. Like, yeah, just try to like even if I'm wrong, it's okay. Like, but like in situations like that, maybe someone else doesn't stand up, and usually like, I don't like being that person.
Yeah, I was just like, I told her I was more of a Karen.
What'd you say?
I was like, that makes no sense. Like, and I had the receipt. I was like, it literally says the warranty. I looked it up, and I was like, this thing didn't even last a year, and it was like supposed to last 3, like the warranty. Mm-hmm. And she's just like, there's nothing I can do. And I was like, I'm not leaving.
And what happened?
She ended up calling somebody. She was like, well, I have to call somebody. They're not here right now, on the cell phone. I was like, I'll wait. And she did, and they refunded me, and it was like $150. Like,
no, exactly. Yeah. Like, that's the part where I'm just like, okay, I understand. Like,
yeah, like, how do I know more about your policy than you know?
Yeah, I don't know, but that's one of the types of things that sometimes it's not about being a Karen. It's just about standing up for yourself, because yesterday, like, I wasn't going to go back in, and then I think Johnny's like, the fuck, you want that dress? You go back in there. You're going to get that dress. Yeah. And I was like, okay. So, and then I had searched it up, and I was like, can they refuse to sell me something? Mm-hmm. Like, how can you refuse I'm holding it.
Yeah, it's a product.
Oh, and then I even told the manager, I was like, I mean, if y'all can't sell it to me, I'll just put it under my clothes. She's like, we don't need to do all that now. I'm like, I'm just playing. Imagine she's like, I get arrested for making that comment. They're like, you know what? That's a thief right there. But I'm serious. Like, how are you going to refuse?
Yeah.
Or at least ask somebody. And if you're new, ask somebody then. If you don't know, I think some people just don't want to put in the extra effort to.
Because I told her, I was like, I bought one back before and they didn't refund me because of warranty. But I'm like, this one's clearly still under warranty. And I was like, the machine's over there. I was telling her what to do. I was like, put it in there. You can check the battery. It's not working. And at first I was really nice about it. But then I was like, no, this is $150.
Was she young? Like a young girl?
Probably in her 20s.
Yeah, that's how this girl was too. Like, I don't know. I feel like.
But I'm like, she learned something new. Like they walked her through it and everything. And I'm like, now she knows. Like I taught her something.
She ain't gonna make that mistake again. That's what I thought yesterday too. I was like,
somebody could have been way meaner about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. I think so too. Because I literally thought that yesterday. I was like, well, if she didn't know, now she knows.
Yeah.
You know?
Because, I mean, tags are going to fall off of clothes, you know, when people, so.
In that case, next time, I might walk out with a new outfit than what I walked in with if it don't have a tag. Because, like, you know, more people would steal if that was the case.
I feel like we need a new word, like, not a Karen, but something that's like, I'm just standing up for myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Karen is like.
Karen, so another Karen would have been like, I'm not leaving here till you sell me this dress. Like.
Probably TikToked it, like.
Yeah, like. Can y'all believe this? Yeah. And the dress show is so cute. And $10.99, like, you can't beat that at all. And even when I searched it, it said that they might have to sell it to me on clearance, like on a different discount since there's no, you know, but I was just, I go back in there. I'm like, oh God. Like, I didn't want her to see me. I was like, don't look. I'm like, I hope I don't have to see you or talk to you. But it is a learning lesson. And if you've been there, like, I've had it happen at the restaurant where I hear one of the girls say something. I'm like, and I have to tell them like, hey, next time, like, this is, you know, but it's better to, it's okay not to know. Just ask somebody. Like, there's nothing wrong with not knowing something. And even with real estate, I've had to tell people, you know what? Never had to deal with this. I don't know the answer to this, but I'll find it. Like, we're not going to know everything. And then
I feel like in general, I've made a TikTok about it. Like, customer service is not, because I worked when I was like 18 at a grocery store. And I'm like, it's just so different, like how we had to act. Like, I feel like now I walk up, they'll be like,
yeah.
And then, or they'll be like, 1 minute. And I'll be waiting for 5 minutes to buy something. And I'm just so mind blown. I'm like, literally, when I worked at the grocery store, like, we had to be like literally waiting at the register. How are you? How's your day? You know, like, just all the extra stuff. And now it's just, I don't know, Gen Z.
Yeah. Did I ever talk about the time I went to Cracker Barrel with Johnny? And it was the worst experience ever. And we complained. Okay, this was a Karen moment too. Not really. This was.
But I feel like sometimes it's a bare minimum. Like,
and I was
don't
like,
have a customer waiting to buy from the store, you know?
No. So this is what happened. And I'm not, like I said, I understand. I work a restaurant. Like, if anybody understands, it's me. We sit down, and I believe this day was a busy day anyway. So we knew, like, it was Mother's Day, I think. We sit down, and we wait like 20 minutes, and no one comes to our table. We're like, Johnny's like,
not even for a drink.
I have a video. He's like, hey, yo, where the fuck's my waitress? But he was just joking. No, he didn't say it out loud. But it's funny because we were like, what the heck?
Yeah, so, 20 minutes.
So he goes up to the host and it's like, hey, we've been sitting here for 20 minutes. She's like, oh my gosh. Meanwhile, y'all, people walking. But I know, like, sometimes you're busy. You're just focused on your own table. Yeah. So you're not even looking around. I've had it happen to me too. But literally, there's so many people working though, and not even all the tables were full. Like, so we're watching all these people walk by, and we're like, "Where is the?" So then they finally send the waitress, and the waitress like, "I am so sorry. Like, what can I get for y'all? Like, to drink, girl? We're ready to order everything." So I think we ordered just our drinks at that time. She said, "I'll be right back." Another like 10, 15 minutes go by. And we're like, okay, dude. And we're like, should we just leave? We're like, no, let's just wait. So we drink 2 mimosas at this point. We're feeling good. So we're like, we order our food. The food comes out. It was so cold. Like, when I tell you it was so cold.
Like you had it sitting there.
Yes. And I'm usually like okay with it. Like, I'm like, but it was, when I tell you it was so cold. And then we didn't have silverware. So we had to ask for silverware. And then we were already like annoyed because we've been there for 2 hours at this point.
Oh, wow.
Because our food took like literally 40 minutes. We even saw another table get their food before us when we got there first, you know? And there was a family. So I think our waitress just didn't put our order in, honestly. Because and I saw other waiters like on top of their table. So she was just not paying attention to us. And we were like trying to leave. We wait for the ticket. We wait for the waitress to come back. It's been like 20, 30 minutes. She's not even checked on us. And we're like, okay, like this is enough. Like enough is enough. We were pissed. We spent 3 hours at Cracker Barrel that day. And then he goes and tells the host, like, can we get our check? Like, we've been waiting and no one's brought our check. And she's like, yeah. So she brings the check. And then you have to go up at Cracker Barrel to pay. So we just leave. We go up and we still tipped because I felt bad. We didn't tip that much though. I usually leave like $10 or more.
Yeah.
I think we left like $4. That's really low.
I think people have to learn, like, you have to work for your tips too.
Yeah, but that was really, and that's not us at all. Like, we tip good. Anywhere we go, we tip good. I tip my coffee girl, even if literally all you made was my coffee. And we go to pay, and the person that rings us up, he's like, how was everything? We're like, like, I couldn't lie. I was so annoyed. And at this point, I was pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant yet. So maybe it was just my hormone, everything. And I was just like, it was okay. He's like, you don't look too happy about it. And I'm like, well. And then Johnny's like, yeah, it wasn't that good or something. And I was nice about it. I was like, I work a restaurant. Like, I know what it's like. I'm like, but we had to ask for literally every single thing. I understand.
Just 2 of y'all.
Yes. And I'm like, we've been here for 3 hours. He's like, I'm so sorry. Like, but I should have just, and then I felt so bad on the radio. I was like, Johnny, why did I say something? He's like, you should have said more. He's like, you didn't say enough. He's like, you said it too nicely too. And then he's like, well, I'm going to just take care of your appetite. But we weren't saying it for him to take care of our bill at all. I think it was just the restaurant in me, like that was like, I don't think you should have people work for you like that but I didn't complain about.
I think they do need that feedback though. Like, I would have been completely honest that my food was cold. Like, it took so long, you know?
Yeah. And I feel like it depends how you say it. Like, if you have someone who's always complaining, like, let's say at Taco Loco, if there's someone who's always complaining, I don't take your word for your word no more. Like, girl, you always find something wrong. Yeah. But if it's somebody who's gently coming to you and saying like, hey, like, just so you know, like, our waitress, it's like, damn, like, okay, we will have a talk with her or, you know, like, it's okay to learn from it. Like, and we've had people who like have told us like, that waitress didn't even check on us like at all, like, just so you know. Or sometimes they don't know we know the person.
Oh yeah.
And the person will be like, there was one time, this was years ago, my mom's best friend went to eat for the first time ever, and the waitress was so rude to her. That worked for us, and we thought, like, you know, we like her.
Yeah.
And she told her she was ordering, and that girl told her, "Te vas a comer todo eso."
Oh my
God! Like, who says that?
At a restaurant, you want them to eat.
Yes. And the lady told my mom, "¿Tú crees que me dijo?" And mom's like, "What?" And then, like, I believe it though, because I'm like, that is how she is. But I didn't think she'd be like that with her table, you know?
Yeah.
But sometimes we get people who tell us just because they're like, you know, they know our how we are. So
yeah,
they're like, I don't know if that's okay, but that feedback is good because you learn from it. It's not about like complaining. Sometimes it's just about feedback.
That's funny.
But that was 2 times I was a Karen. And honestly, I think it's because we work customer service, we know.
Yeah.
We're like, girl, I knew, you know, I'm here. Like, I know what it's like.
I wanted to be a Karen yesterday because we had left the funeral and then we went home and got food. Like, I was starving. I hadn't eaten like forever. And we went and got a bunch of food from a Mexican restaurant. And then we went back home and then like they forgot to put something in there. And I was just like, oh, like, I just want to eat. So I called them, but I was nice about it, and I was like, yeah, I forgot to put the side of rice and beans, and they're like, okay, well, if you come back, we'll give it to you. I was like, okay.
Yes, like,
and they gave me an extra thing. She was, I put extra in there, and I was like, thank you. Like, I was nice about it, but I was like, I don't know. Like, you want it, your human side. You're like, I want to be mean, but you're like, mistakes do happen.
They do happen.
Yeah.
Even that happened to me recently. I went to Taco Bell, and I even said, like, can I please get the hot sauce and this and that, like the Diablo and the fire. I'm on the way home. There wasn't no Diablo and no fire. I turn around. I get back in the drive-thru line, and I'm just like,
yeah, you're like,
I was just here. Can I get the hot sauce? And that girl remembered that I had said it. I guess she was so nice too. And I was like, I didn't check my bag before I left. Like, I blame myself. I was like, I should have checked my bag before I left. I was just here. She's like, oh, here you go, my love. Like, but it was just like, it wasn't that hard to turn around and just, but other people be like, I told you Diablo and fire, and I didn't get it. But like, we're all human. We all make mistakes, but I think effort is everything. Like, if I know you're putting in the effort, you're doing your best, then dude, like, even yesterday that girl would have been like, let me call a manager, let me see what we can do for you. Like, and then if the manager tells me like we can't, I'm like, girl, it's okay, I'm sad, but I'll live. I'm not gonna, like, my life will go on with or without the stress. But I think it was the lack of effort that pissed me off. Right, girl, I'm sorry, but how you gonna tell me no? I see it right there. Give me the damn dress right now. Imagine if that would have been
funny.
Yeah, but
I mean, for $10, I don't think you would have got a charge.
Yeah, well, you're gonna take me to jail. I'm gonna go. She told me she couldn't sell it, so I stole it. But I did feel bad. But why do we feel like there's people who don't feel bad? If anything, there's people who
are rude and mean, and
they thrive off being Karens.
Like, they're waiting for that moment.
Yes. And I don't agree with that either. Like, we had a man, I don't know if I've talked about this. He was so rude to one of our girls. And me and my brother had a talk with him. And we're like, hey, like, there's a way to communicate things. And the way you spoke to our employee was not okay. Like, she had no fault in this. So just next time, we fix things. We mess up. We're human. But we'll fix it. And it's just people let the anger. Maybe they're just having a bad day. And it was just the last straw. And then sometimes you get, everybody does make those mistakes. And I think as long as you handle them with, like, even both handle it. Like, even as a customer, we can be pissed. We could be, but I'm like I have to breathe. And they'd be like, just do it kindly. I think you resolve things better when you both do it kindly too. Like, I think that manager was so nice to me yesterday too, because she realized that I wasn't doing it in a bad way. Like, she was like, it's okay, like, we're gonna figure it out. I'm like, okay. I think just being kind can get you far. Even, let's say they couldn't sell it to me, I think she would have still found a way, because I was nice. She's like, you know what, girl, like,
that is true.
So just, I think sometimes we get frustrated, and the last straw sometimes has the last straw. Like, damn, I had a long day, and now you do this.
But I knew I would have felt bad later on. Like, if I went off.
Yes, I think so too. Like, you'll be home, like, I felt bad for even, like, because that girl kept walking back and forth. Saw her go in the breaker. I'm sorry, girl, if you're watching this. Like, I promise, like, I didn't mean, I hope you didn't get in trouble, but I really wanted that dress. And I got it.
And it was only $10.
And it was $10. So, I don't know. Back then, though, when I was younger, I wouldn't have spoke up for myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Now I'm just like, it's nothing wrong with speaking up as long as you do it in a polite manner. And I think even at Taco Loco, when people complain or something and they do it in a nice way, it goes further for me. I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to take this off for you. Like, but if you're being an asshole, guess what? I don't want to be nice to you either. Like, it's not my fault. Like, so it takes you, kindness can take you very far and get you a lot of things. But yeah, that was my Karen story. It happens. Look at this dress. Carla sent me these pictures. Look, how was I not so gonna, right? $10.99. Look, Carla just sent these to me. I had the sweater separate, but this isn't going on that episode. But all right, I think that's
Yeah, that concludes the episode. Thanks for being here, and
just know that
it's okay not to be okay.
And we love you, and you are loved. And sometimes when you're going through things like this, you feel lonely. You feel like, if I can't love myself, who would love me if I'm being so hard on myself? But you are loved, and it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be mad. But I think it's just about feeling those emotions. And the more you feel, the quicker you heal. Damn!
Preach.
Yeah, because if you keep avoiding feelings and
it just builds up.
It builds up until you finally crack.
Yeah.
And then you're like, dang, I've been feeling all these emotions and I've been running from them, but you cannot. What is that? There's a book called The Body Keeps the Score. I haven't read it yet, but I think it talks about that. Like, if you keep it, like, your body's going to keep up with it.
Yeah, your body knows.
Your body knows. But everyone heals differently. No, you don't need to be okay today. You don't need to be okay tomorrow. Take the time, but just know there are better days. And
thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. We love you. Bye.
Bye.